So I'm here now with Ian Gregory, the past Laser Masters World Champion and a light wind guru. He just makes this boat sing when the wind goes light, partly helped by the fact that most of the people we've been talking have been around the 90 kilogram mark. Ian isn't quite at that level.
No, like 20 kilos left.
20 kilos, so just imagine 20 bags of sugar in the bottom of Ian's boat. Anyway, Ian, talk us through how you make this boat sing in the light wind.
Okay, there's two things really I'll talk to. One is, in terms of going up winds, I'm trying to make sure that particularly the leech is open.
Yeah.
It's not closed or hooked.
And what do you mean by that, just to explain to everyone?
So if you look at your top leech on here at the moment, you just see the leech is slightly curving.
Yeah.
The guy would normally try to set the boat up with a slightly floppier leech.
Yeah.
So just give me a bit more range.
You do that by absolutely having the kicking strap right off.
Yes. Also having the dirt hole very light. So I think I'd have it slightly looser here.
Yeah.
And there's like a little bit of a finish down the front of the sail. And I'm just trying to make that.
So what you would do on my boat is actually make this loop a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So actually ease the tension there a bit more.
Yes. And then it's when it's really light and they're not kind of sat aside or leaning out.
Yeah.
I'm largely just sailing off the range tension.
Yeah.
Now I will have a bit of kick on just to take the slack out. And then I only start to pull the kicker on as and when I can't do the boat flat.
And how far would you have the mainsail in? I mean, how loose will you be sailing with it? If I put a bit of tension on it, if you hold the main seat, how would you sort of, if you're going?
Similar to how I sail with the laser, when there's enough to be sat this side,
yeah,
I'll be kind of having it more main seat in, so it's just kind of closing the luff. It's just starting to move further into the boat. That's when I'm really easing it again, just to try and open up the leech.
Try and open up that leech and open out and let the wind flow over the sail.
Yeah. And then the other kind of key point is, I think, what a lot of people keep the knack to it is it's quite a little bit of technique around basically keeping the boat moving. So you've got to try and gauge. It's kind of it's a feel thing in terms of getting pressure in the rig.
Yeah.
And a lot of people sail very high and just roll the boat up. It's a bit like, I'm sure he talks about in medium and height stronger airs. I think it's basically the same technique.
I was going to ask you that question because you're relatively light in the class.
Yeah.
How do you sail it in strong wind? We know, Ryoshi just sits on the side and flies upwind just because the extra kilos make a difference. But you have got to fight that, and you've got to, I guess, set the rig up differently to be able to cope with that heavy wind. So how do you sail it if it's a force 4 or?
I'll just carry on. I'm still trying to figure this out. But I have been putting quite a bit of attention on it over the last couple of years, and one of this, I think I've been starting to, maybe you can say, sort of, certainly at Bala, even though it's 10, 15 knots, not 10 knots, I started to smoke really. I was more competitive upwind.
Yeah.
So the main thing my mistake early on is I just tried to sail it like a laser, which doesn't have any of the ram or the mass rate, and I was just really pulling on the kicker and cunning and like it in a laser, and it just got horribly twitchy.
Yeah.
But fundamentally, I'm trying to depot the boat so I can keep it flat. That's a basic thing. That's all I'm trying to do. And what I'm doing at the moment is I will ram the mast back a lot further.
Right.
A lot earlier than everyone else, I think.
Right. And how far back, roughly? I mean, that's sort of finger width?
No, all the way back.
All the way back?
All the way back. All the way back. Above 15, 20 knots, it'll be right at the back of me.
Okay, yeah, and that's just depowering the rig
just
upwind.
Making back.
So that's bringing this right the way, if I can get the right way. Yeah. Goes back a long way.
Yeah.
Would you then tighten the shrouds?
That I haven't really figured out yet. So at the
And then, how far in have you got the main? How far are you pinning it right in? You got it right out,
I'll be playing the main like crazy to keep the boat flat.
but it's going to be roughly over the quarter. I'm guessing.
Even further over time.
Even further.
So the other key thing I'll be doing is I'll be putting a lock clip on. You can see if you look at the sail there what it's done.
Yeah.
And deploying that then. I'm just trying to make the sail as flat as possible.
I like that. The sail is pretty well bored flat.
And then
Sea breeze coming. It's the other side now.
the main can be as far out as that at times.
Yeah.
And just really trying to keep the boat flat and powering forward.
And that, I think, for all of us, the most important thing sailing upwind is keep the boat flat, which is easier said than done.
Yeah. No, I still haven't figured out what to do with the Schroeds. So at the
They're quite floppy here.
yeah. So at the moment, well, sorry, last year was it the Nationals at Torquay?
Yes.
Well, the day it's 20 knots or
Yeah.
so. I had them on 6 just to try, and they ran all the way back. And I was actually, by the end, I kind of figured out the technique a bit more and lengthened my toe straps. I was actually feeling more, getting competitive with people my own weight, but I think the boat was just far too twitchy.
Yeah.
So at the moment, I'm selling it on 3. That's what I had at Bala.
Yeah. Yeah. And when it's light, where have you got it when it's light? Matter of interest in comparison.
Just as in the rigging manual. So
back up to sort of 4 or 5 or whatever it is.
4 or 5. Again on 3 when it's really light.
You can just about see the numbers down here. That's at about 4.5 there. The numbers are where that arrow is, but they're almost invisible.
Just a quick question from me about you sailing it in heavy winds.
Yeah.
And you talked about keeping it flat and playing the main.
Yeah.
How much do you pinch or not?
I try not to.
Right.
I'm trying to sail free and flat and fast.
Yeah. So even when a gust hits, you're anticipating it, easing the main, and trying to drive the boat
Forward, yeah.
and not pinch. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can tell the boat feels very different when you get it right because it just feels like it picks up and drives forward.
Yeah.
You pinch, you can just basically you stall out and go sideways.
Yeah. Yeah. No, interesting. I'd agree with that. I mean, Hugh, I think you sound pretty free as far as I can see, and definitely not pinching. Yeah.